And we're off from the pharmacy. Moving onward back to my apartment complex. Can't believe I've been here for almost an hour now. Maybe even over an hour.
Morning.
Morning.
How are you, mate?
Good, how are you?
I'm okay. Where you from?
I'm American.
Very good. You know,
Yes.
I have my family live in USA.
Whereabouts?
Philadelphia.
Oh.
Where you live?
Oh, I'm from Houston, Texas, originally.
Oh, Texas.
Yes.
How long you stay here?
I've been here since last August, making a documentary about life in Saigon.
Yeah, you like Saigon?
Yeah, interesting city.
So I work in District 1 in Center City. I work tour guide.
Oh yeah?
Tour guide?
Tour guide.
Yes. I work in so many customers in there. Where you live here? Where?
In Hoang Anh.
Ah, yeah.
So, yes.
You like it?
Yeah.
Everywhere here, very far from center.
Well, sometimes I like living away from the center, less traffic,
You
so.
have job here?
What's that?
What you do here?
English teacher.
English teacher.
Yes.
I have one friend. He from in Australia. He do English teacher here.
Oh yeah.
He do a good job.
Good job indeed.
Yeah. Now in Vietnam, you know, New Year. Now he come to Australia. Maybe in March he come back again.
Yeah? Well, happy Tet.
Okay. You too.
You too, take care.
Okay. Have a good day.
You too, have a good day. Yes. Every now and then you'll come across a friendly Vietnamese person and have a nice chat. I like that. In one of my videos in Thailand, I stated before something I would like to reiterate again, is that poor people in general tend to be more warm and welcoming and forgiving, and they also tend to be more generous. I never could understand that for a while, because you would think they didn't have the wherewithal to be accommodating to other people, but actually it makes perfect sense. If you think long and hard enough about it, poor people understand what it's like to live in situations that are dire. Rich people, more often than not, are out of touch with society. They haven't a clue. They live in a bubble. So they don't really know what it's like to show any kind of compassion or solidarity with their fellow citizens. Just look at Donald Trump. He was born into wealth. He has no idea what it's like to be poor or even working class. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He acts like some spoiled rich kid, a brat on the playground, some bully. He probably was a bully when he was a kid and he never grew out of it. And now we've got a 6-year-old child in the White House who's going to try to browbeat his way around the world. He probably did that in power. That's what makes him a loose cannon. He's a narcissist. And I read somewhere that CEOs rank at the very top of the short list of professions that attract the most narcissists and most sociopaths. Others among them were lawyers, chefs. I don't know why chefs. I guess they like to chop up things and carve things. I don't know. Maybe Gordon Ramsay's a sociopath and narcissist. He certainly acts that way sometimes. Chefs, surgeons, journalists, clergymen, I can see that because a lot of them have a God complex. City council members, police officers. Yeah, I can see police officers because a lot of them go into law enforcement because they want to bash people's heads in and act all rough and tough. I don't remember the other ones off the top of my head, but those are just some that I can recall reading. Teachers, on the other hand, rank 7 on the short list for professions that have the lowest narcissism and sociopathic factor. Hello! So, I'm in good shape there. You actually do have to give a wit about other people when you're a teacher and take an interest in them. If you're a narcissist or a sociopath or somebody who's egotistical. There are not many places to hide when you're a teacher. Maybe when you're a professor, but certainly not when you're an elementary or primary or secondary school teacher. Not by a long shot. It will show sooner or later. Oh yeah, regarding that conversation I had with that guy back there, I told him I'm confused. Now, you be the judge. The viewers be the judge. I was born and raised in Houston. I lived there till I was in high school, and then I moved to Austin when I was in high school. I've actually lived in Austin longer than I have Houston, but I spent my formative years in Houston. So that's the dilemma I've faced before. What do I tell people? Do I tell them I'm from Houston, or do I tell them I'm from Austin? I had this conversation with one of my colleagues. She asked me, well, where were you born? Where did you spend your formative years? I said, in Houston. So she said, well, then you're from Houston. So even though I've lived in Austin a lot longer than I have Houston, well, not a lot longer, but somewhat longer, maybe a year or two longer, still by her standards, I'm from Houston. So that's my default answer to everybody. It depends on the circumstance too. If I'm traveling around Texas, people ask me where I'm from, I tell them I'm from Austin. Either answer is correct, I suppose. It's hard not to overlook all that litter, especially in what looks to be maybe a small cemetery or graveyard. Wow. I suppose I could tell everybody I'm from Texas, but that would be too easy. I do that under the auspices that they would know where it is on a map, under the assumption that they don't know their geography. But 9 times out of 10, people are going to ask where in Texas. So, I am now coming up upon my street here. I'm finally going to be able to turn to the right back to my apartment complex. So, I hope everybody enjoyed all these videos, and I will keep everybody apprised. In fact, I think I'm going to post one more video of my complex. So, voila.